This is a graph of the fastest growing YouTubers in May 2024. We have T-Series, who gained 2 million subs that month. Mark Rober gained 2.5 million. If you go all the way up here, MrBeast beat everyone else on this list, gaining 10 million subs just in May. But something weird happened that month. A creator came out of nowhere and beat MrBeast, gaining 15.8 million subs in just 1 month. And over just the next year, the Stokes Twins gained 80 million more subscribers, going from a normal YouTube channel to the second fastest growing channel in the world. So what the hell happened between here and here? What did the Stokes Twins discover about the YouTube algorithm that put them on the same level as MrBeast? Some of you think you know the story, but it goes so much deeper. These guys have been making content since the early Vine days, and after 7 years of posting and 300 plus videos, they've mastered the science of going viral. By the end of this video, you will know the exact formula they're using, starting with their genius intro blueprint. There's no better video that shows what I mean than this one right here. It's a masterclass in hooking your attention.
This is the world's shortest woman.
Most YouTubers try to hook you with their words, but the Stokes Twins are doing the opposite. They've realized it's easier to hook you with their visuals. The way they do it is genius. By taking a clip of the world's shortest woman and editing her on the scene. Just how short is she? But there's something else going on in this intro. The Stokes Twins perfected something even MrBeast messed up a couple months ago. Look at the twins thumbnail, now look at the first frame of their video. You see the same small woman, the same YouTuber, and the same background. The thumbnail and intro are tightly connected. But if we do this test for MrBeast's latest video, you have an abandoned jungle city in the thumbnail, yet the video's intro looks completely different. This gap between the thumbnail and the intro can make the viewer click off the video, because the thumbnail promised one thing and the video showed you something else. But I can't lie, I was surprised by what the Stokes Twins did next. They used a strategy I didn't expect to see in a silly video for kids. See, in between the intro and the first point, most YouTubers lose tons of viewers. This is because people tend to leave when a section ends. I call it an exit point. So this is how the Stokes Twins stop people from leaving.
In a world where nearly everything is designed for people 2 to 3 times her size.
So she's finally here, and I'm about to go outside and meet her for the first time.
Notice how they close the gap by jumping straight into the first section. No fluff, no asking people to subscribe. And most importantly, they re-hook the viewer, because the first section is actually interesting. They're meeting the world's shortest woman for the first time. All this makes it really hard to click off. But there's a problem I haven't mentioned yet. Your intro doesn't matter if nobody clicks on your video in the first place. The Stokes Twins recently figured this out. This is one of the thumbnails from last year, and this is their latest thumbnail. Ignore MrBeast in his underwear for a second, and you'll notice they found a new thumbnail strategy, and it's part of the reason they've gained 80 million subs in just 1 year. The first change they made is to the popability of the thumbnail. It's a no-brainer. A viewer can't click on your video if it doesn't even catch their eye. Notice how all these recent thumbnails pop compared to the older ones. The trick here is pretty simple: more contrasting elements and brighter colors. Next, hiding here is a big mistake they used to make: lack of clarity. Here, the bad lighting makes all the elements blend together, while in the newer thumbnail, the slight angle and shadows makes Alan pop out from the background in Salish 2. Also, notice how half the thumbnail is green and the other half is blue. This is called color blocking, which splits the image into chunks that are easy for your brain to process. The newer thumbnails also create a clear hierarchy. The design forces you to look at Alan first by putting him closer to the camera. Then you look at Salish because she's a bit further. Finally, you look at the house. Your eyes naturally follow this order, which makes it easier for your brain to understand in seconds. This doesn't happen in the older thumbnail. All the elements are the same distance away from the camera, and there's no clear order for your brain to take everything in, which makes the thumbnail harder to understand. But let's talk about the most important part of their thumbnail strategy. Take a look at these 3 thumbnails. The twins follow the same simple recipe to create burning curiosity. The formula is: take something familiar, make it extreme, get views. Here they have a house and add an insane water slide. Here are lockers at a school, and they add a crazy hiding spot behind. Most houses have a staircase. The twins add a sneaky hiding spot. It's simple, but it works. When you take something normal and make it unusual, humans can't stop themselves from clicking. Now, I want you to look at this title. It doesn't look like it, but these 9 words are engineered to go viral, and it's the next part of the twins' viral formula. First, notice how they keep the title simple. They could have titled it, "I spent 24 hours with the shortest women in the world," but that would add 2 extra words. Second, they reuse viral phrases. The phrase 24 hours consistently does well on YouTube. Third, word optimization. The Stokes Twins replace boring words with interesting words. They could have said a day, but it's too normal. 24 hours feels like time is ticking, which creates more tension in the viewer's mind. The twins also make their titles very clear. They could have titled this video World's Shortest Women 24-Hour Challenge. It follows all the previous rules, but it's unclear, and you can't hook someone if they're confused. Believe it or not, the Stokes Twins get even smarter. Behind their genius titles and thumbnails is a retention formula designed to hook you. First, watch this clip.
So she's finally here, and I'm about to go outside and meet her for the first time. Okay, I'm nervous.
We also have a list of 10 activities to complete with her to learn exactly what life is like for the world's shortest woman compared to the average human.
Oh my god!
The twins dangle an interesting moment in front of you, but before showing it to you, they cut to important context. Then they return to the interesting moment. I call this hostage retention. See, viewers tend to click off during context, so the twins make sure you're hooked so you don't leave. But why cut to that context in the first place? This roadmap is actually a sneaky psychological trick. If you're not paying close attention, it's easy to miss. So first, let's break up the video into sections like this. At any given section in their video, the twins make sure the viewer has a reason to stay. In the intro, the reason to stay is what I call current dopamine. These clips are very interesting, so you keep watching. The reason you keep watching in the next section is to see the twins meet the world's shortest woman for the first time. But this current dopamine in the intro and first section won't last long. So they introduce this roadmap to show you future dopamine. This gives you a reason to keep watching even if the current dopamine wears off. This is a strategy they follow throughout the video. In this clip, you want to see the shortest woman shopping, and here it's to see her reaction to a fast car. The key is that once the reason to keep watching is fulfilled, the twins introduce a new reason to keep watching. But everything we've talked about so far is only half the story. Over 50% of the Stokes Twins' total views are coming from shorts. In fact, while I was scripting this video, they uploaded a short and look what happened. In the 3 days after uploading that short, the twins gained 1.1 million subs instead of their usual 300,000 subs. One short got them a gold play button, and they've done this several times. It's not an accident. So what's their secret? First, the twins have realized something. Once a video is uploaded, it can be reused for billions of views. This video about the world's shortest women, they reposted a section of it as a short, and now it's their most viewed short of all time. This other short got 200 million views, and they've repeated it 3 more times and gained an extra 568 million views. When a video goes viral for them, they turn it into a winning formula. They can reuse the elements that are working and just slightly change the topic. Now there's a strategy on YouTube called trend jacking. You use trending topics to get more views. It works, but the Stokes Twins have improved it. Watch this video to see what I mean.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot!
This short has 4 main sections. The first one is an eating challenge that went viral on Instagram. The second one is a viral challenge they found on Instagram and TikTok. The next section is a trend they took from Mark Rober. And the overarching section of the twin running to infinity is another massive TikTok trend from a couple months ago. I call this trend stacking, which creates a super video where every section is proven to go viral. The twins understand that making YouTube videos is like playing poker. You can't know how your video is going to perform, so you can use data from other viral videos to stack the odds in your favor. Now there's one more strategy they're using, but first I need to be honest with you. The Stokes Twins are killing it, but they're also making a huge mistake. If I didn't mention it, this video wouldn't be honest. These aren't little mistakes like, oh, they used the wrong shirt color here. These are mistakes that could get their channel banned from YouTube. Viewer discretion is advised. Looking through their channel, I'm sure of 2 things. First, they love YouTube. Second, they'll do anything to get more views. I relate to that. I'm sure you can too, but some of their thumbnails are unethical. Here are 3 thumbnails that are way too sexual when you realize 99% of their audience are minors. A video for kids having a girl in a revealing bikini is just wrong. I get that she would be wearing a bikini in a pool, but in this other thumbnail, what possible reason could she have for wearing a bikini? This third thumbnail is really sus. I mean, using X-ray goggles to see through a girl's clothes? I don't know any parents who would want their kids seeing this stuff. Sure, these videos aren't on the YouTube Kids app, but if you really think only adults are watching this video, I have a get-rich-quick scheme to sell you. Unfortunately, it doesn't stop there. These are 3 more thumbnails that shouldn't be on a channel aimed at kids. They're way too gruesome. These guys are really trying to improve their videos and get more clicks, but at what cost? Plus, we can't ignore that these guys are known as the worst content thieves on YouTube. I mean, inspiration is one thing, but this is on a whole nother level. But here's the thing, anyone who says these guys haven't cracked the YouTube code is wrong. Sure, they've made some big mistakes like stealing ideas and over-sexualizing thumbnails, but I have hope for them. In the last year, they've been doing less copying and focusing more on innovation. And if you want to learn more about their short strategy I mentioned earlier, click right here. It shares exactly what they're doing. And oh yeah, they kind of took it from Mark Rober.